What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Cam from Tweeking Media. I'm joined by the boy Chris J.
Yo.
And the boy Trail Sav.
Yeah.
And we are back with another episode of Attack on Culture. This should be episode 11, if I'm not mistaken. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about, to catch up on, as far as things that have been going on in the gaming industry, anime, movie, Disney Plus, all those things. But before we get into that, got a couple things for you guys. If you guys are listening to us from any of the audio streaming platforms, Apple, SoundCloud, I think YouTube Music, appreciate y'all. Be sure to like and follow us as appropriate on those platforms. If you're here from the TikTok side, appreciate you. Thank you. We have a TikTok at Attack on Culture, at Tweeking Media or YTM Clips. So be sure to check that out as well. We're on Facebook at Tweeking Media and Twitter at Attack on Culture or X.
And
all links to our social media will be in the description box below. So please go and check us out on those platforms. Also got a lot of content for you guys that's available right now as of this past week, because I think I'm recording this on a Sunday. This episode will probably go up on Monday. So this past week, we have dropped an episode of our sports podcast, Threes from the Ring. Chris, want to give us a good summary about what that episode was about?
Yeah, so definitely check out this past week's episode, Threes from the Ring. We pretty much eulogized the Golden State Warriors, so definitely check that out. On top of, in a way, we were somewhat right with most of the playoff predictions that ended as NBA third round starts this upcoming week. But definitely check out that episode, and as we be ready for next week's episode too, because we're going to be talking about a couple more WWE pay-per-views and pretty much predict the third round of playoffs as well too. Check that out.
Yep. And also for all my gaming peeps, if you've been hearing about the latest in RPG craze, Expedition 33, Daytrail and I have just uploaded a review for that game, so be sure to check it out if you want to hear our thoughts and opinions on the game. We would highly appreciate it. Daytrail did a great job editing it, so go show him some support and some love by checking the video out. And also for all my Gacha degenerate peeps out there, I dropped, I want to say 3 videos this week on Honkai Star Rail. So Monday, there was a Memory of Chaos refresh, so we took on the latest units on that in-game mode. Wednesday, I dropped a pool video for the latest character that released in Triple Z 1.7, Hugo Vlad. And also this Friday, I dropped a gameplay video showcasing him on the weekly in-game content refresh. So again, if any of that piques your interest, be sure to check that out. And for the future of Gacha on the Gacha, next week, this week, if you're watching this, we have a video for Star Rail planned out. The 3.3 patch is dropping, so I'll be doing some pool videos for the recent release character Hyacinth. And also for all my Wuthering Wave peeps out there, part 2 of their first year anniversary patch is dropping, so we're going to be doing pools for the character that is going to be releasing on that game, which is Shikona. So again, content across the board. We got sports, nerds, gotcha gaming stuff, so be sure to check it out. We're here for you guys, so show us some love, show us some support. And also be sure to, on the YouTube side, like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not, click on that bell icon to stay notified of all future posts that we make on here, and share this video across all your nerd friends. Help us get to 1K subs. We are close to 800 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for showing us some love and support, and we're going to continue growing, and our content is going to keep evolving, so lock in with us. With all that being said, guys, let's get started with our world. So things that we've been happening, we've been going for 2 weeks, so let's catch up, starting with Daytrail. So he's been playing some teams, watching some teams. So Daytrail, let us know what's been going on in your world.
So as the avid, I don't watch anything. Oh, let me do that first. So actually this game came out probably a month ago now. I was too busy playing probably the game of the year, Expedition 33, to really sink my teeth into the Elder Scrolls Remastered. But I actually got a first time to play it, and I would definitely say this: before Skyrim came out, nobody really talked about Elder Scrolls in the in the casual sense of like video games, right? Now, niggas who play games, which is a common theme in our podcast, they'll tell you how Oblivion is a great RPG and things of that nature. And it inspired a lot of great RPGs. So, like, let me test this out. Now, might get crucified, might not. I think this game, low-key, a smidget better than Skyrim. Just a smidget. Skyrim got some things. Skyrim got some things that it does better than Oblivion, and Oblivion got a whole bunch of things it does better than Skyrim. It looks okay, but I'm actually so happy that they do now is that they live up to the jank. They understand that their games are janky and buggy. So they said all the bugs and all the exploits that y'all was able to do in the other game, y'all can do here. And I'm like, shout out to that. And live up to y'all games having this type of standard and not trying to not live up to it and make excuses for when niggas be like, hey, this garbage. I will say this though. The quest, like main quest wise in that game is really, really cool, really, really fun. But like some of the side quests, like the guild stuff is in that game. Like the guild stuff in Skyrim kind of cool. You meet the guild members, like I could think of like the Thieves Guild. You meet the guild members, you talk. They might see you on a few quests in here. I was doing the Fighters Guild, which is like the first one on that game. And I went to the Fighters Guild, knocked on the door, like, hey, I want to join the Fighters Guild. They was like, cool. Go talk to such and such in the other city to join the Fighters Guild. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go talk to such and such in the other city to go join the Fighters Guild. I did it. He gave me my first quest. I'm like, what's next? Go talk to such and such in the other city to go start your next quest. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to such and such. Go talk to such and such in the next city. They will send you to 50 cities just to do one, go in that cave, kill some niggas and come back. If that didn't exist, I think this game would be perfect. That do exist though. And you don't know how many times I turned the game off when I said, all right, what's next? Go talk to Kuzan and Cyrodiil to start the next quest. I was like, yeah, I'll play this joint tomorrow. Cause I'm tired.
You don't got fast travel yet, do you?
No, fast travel is unlocked out the gate. You can fast travel in any city without you going there, which is
that's good. That's good.
Any main city.
Quality
So
of life.
games do that.
That's good quality
fire.
of life fix.
Another nitpick, no pun intended, that lock picking, absolute garbage. I don't care what nobody say. Skill issue, non-skill issue. Yo, why lock picking can't be like a puzzle? Like I'm talking about a worded puzzle. Like, give me a riddle or something. I'd rather solve a riddle than to do a lock pick, bro. That's on my soul. Go get the skeleton key. What if I didn't know about a skeleton key in this video game? I would have had to. I went through 20 lock picks on one average chest. Imagine you either get lock picks off of being the enemy or you got to find some shady nigga up the block who sell them outside the city. Mm-hmm. Lock picking sucks. So fix that in the next game. Have lock picking. Like, let me build a character with like 20 strength and I could just punch a lock open. I ain't got to pick it. I'll punch that shit. Fire. Never had a lock pick ever again. But I would definitely say if you never played an Elder Scrolls game, play Oblivion. It's really, really good. A really great game. I'm enjoying myself, even though I turn it off every other second when I get told to go walk to the city 50 miles away. But again, check it out. It's all good. That's the only like new game I played. Are there
any mods available? Like how
not
it is
for console. I play on PlayStation.
That's unfortunate.
I'm not about to destroy the computer I got trying to run a Bethesda game, bro.
No, I'm just asking because the console version of Skyrim, they did patch the PS4 version of Skyrim with mods. So I was
they probably do it eventually, but I don't. Yeah. I think they, to be honest with you, they tweet for bringing this game out because now it's like, hey, y'all remastered Elder Scrolls 4. Y'all remember 5 years ago when y'all did a teaser of the next Elder Scrolls game?
Right.
What is that? So they're probably working on that, and it's looking like with the success of this game, we might get a Fallout 3 remake. That was supposedly been in the works too. So I'm a rock with that. I love the Fallout series, so I'm a rock with that. One last thing for me is that I've been watching. So I don't, y'all niggas know me. I watch a lot of stuff, but in this podcast, the stuff I watch is not necessarily like, I hate saying this word sometimes, but nerdy. So I don't watch anime as much as they do. If I watch an anime, it'll be really, really old because I should watch this. Or I'll rewatch like Full Metal Alchemist or JoJo's or something. Like, I don't rewatch JoJo's like 6 times this year. But when I do watch things, when I do talk about it, I kind of want to talk about stuff that's somewhere in that sphere. So Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix is an anthology series with a bunch of animation. And I'm trying to think of one of the ones it is like known for. If you've ever seen clips of like these 3 robots walking around in an apocalypse, that's Love, Death, and Robots. It's a whole anthology series about different things. A lot of people get it mixed up with Black Mirror on Netflix. Black Mirror is an anthology series about like technology being used in the wrong way or being used for the wrong purpose and stuff like that. Love, Death, and Robots is literally, they talk to animators and make a short story, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and put it on there. And it's just real short. So Love, Death, and Robots is really good. I think the last 2 seasons was better than this one though. This one was, it even started out bad. Like, as you see my skin color, it started out with a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert. That ain't for me. I ain't never watched. I'm probably lagging, but I ain't never watch it. I ain't never listened to them. It ain't for me. Only Red Hot Chili Pepper I know is the Stand from Part 4. But other than that, it was never really any like episodes or any parts that really resonated with me. I would say this though: if you like cats, Cam, he likes cats. Beans, if you listening, you love cats. There is 2 episodes dedicated to cats being 1 evil and 2 awesome. So I'll definitely say check those 2 out. You will know about it. There's 1 cat who used an AI robot to take over the world. It was funny. And then there was another cat who fought the devil himself.
All right, so technical difficulties, but we are back. So Detrail.
That's the better episode.
That's not my man. He said, "Hey, bro, you sharing too much information about the guild, bro. Get you up out of here."
The cats done got him up out of here, bro. They didn't want to put y'all. They're gatekeeping the show. That's how good it is. So
they're saying this man's giving the blueprint.
But
blueprint.
So that's that. So I'll move on to what's been going on in my world. So basically, a quick update because I talked about this last time we recorded, but the 100 line Last Defense Academy. So I've been able to lock into the game a lot more ever since I finished Clear Obscure Expedition 33. And just as a quick update as far as how I feel about what I've been playing so far, I think the last time I checked, I'm probably about like 20 hours into the game. I don't know how long or short the game is. I haven't really seen too much about like the average play time. But where I am, I could definitely say that if this is one of those games where if you are someone who is looking for a video game in which your choices matter. I'm not talking about like you get to an ending of a game and it's like, do you want to be evil or do you want to be good? I'm talking about a game where there are continuing segments in which your choices that you make branch off into a completely different path versus what you originally started off with. This is the game for you. It's really good. Again, because I've been looking for this, because like there are games that exist, we know them, right? You have like games like Persona and other games in which they give you the illusion of choice. We're like, oh, do you want to be sarcastic? Do you want to be funny? Do you want to be serious? And really, it all leads to the same thing. There are some games that really just goes the same until you get to like Cyberpunk, where like it just goes till you right up until you get to the ending, and then you just choose your own ending. But I do it's been a long time since I played a game in which like there are branching paths that can seriously change, like, you know, characters dying off, major events happening depending on the choices that you make. So if you are looking for a true choice-based video game, I'd recommend tuning in to 100 Line Last Defense Academy. It is, again, it's available on Switch. Don't get it on Switch. It's available on Steam. Get it on PC. Do yourself a favor. But that's that. On to our anime. So this, me and Chris will tackle this because Detrail's not here because the cats done took over his internet again.
Yep.
But we watch anime. So I'll just give you, there's one anime specifically that I want to talk about, and that's because it's been causing so much controversy lately. I've been seeing so many people have somewhat valid, I should say it's somewhat valid, the people have been crashing out about this anime. So I'll start with animes that I have been watching on a weekly basis. Chris, you can give yours, and then I'll talk about the one anime, and then if you want to give anything that you want to talk about specifically, Chris, we can do that. But so the stuff I've been watching: Black Butler, Emerald Witch Saga, Kulon Generic Romance, Witch Watch, Windbreaker Season 2, Fire Force Season 3, Yaiba Samurai Legend, and Lazarus. And the show I want to talk about is Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Survive? Before I do that, Chris, is there anything that you want to add on to like this? Is there anything else that you're watching that I'm not aware of?
Pretty much what you're watching is what I'm watching, like outside of the Witch Watch and the Witch Watch, right? Yeah, that's what it is.
Witch Watch, yeah.
It's on my watch list. I just haven't got a chance to watching it. But yeah, like I've been really chill on this season. Like it's not a bad season, but it's just nothing's really caught my attention. But I gotta catch up on Kowloon because I'm 2 episodes behind, but definitely saw some Pimp C activities on the screen, on the screenshot. And then we're talking about Windbreaker. Look, triggering, but at the same time, it's really great. Like,
yep.
Like just to like briefly talk about just not this week's episode, but last week's episode of Windbreaker, just explaining the gay. Well, yeah, he's gay. Like let's call it what it is. He may not say he's gay, but I was just say he's free. Let's put it. He's a free guy. He's a free guy. Let me make sure I'm saying free because I don't know if he's saying, I'm thinking he's saying freak. But he's a free guy, but his backstory was really good. I forgot his name right now, but
Tsubasa.
Either what? Say it again.
Tsubasa.
Yeah, Tsubasa. But I really liked his backstory. It showed like him meet like he like his how his family just didn't rock with him, and then he met this old couple, and because of how they dressed, and then the man's wife just making them feel like you can be yourself, and was like, you know what, that meant something. And just even after the wife died, he supports the old man, making them just feel welcome, loved, and all that. That was a really great backstory where I was like, you know what, that's realistic. It's a realistic backstory for people who come from that background and all of that, and just being able to just feel welcomed and really cool. It made me really be like, you know what? People will probably be like, no, he's a DEI character. Why they forced a gay character into this show where they supposed to be throwing hands? All it does is just make me be like, yo, when he throws hands, it's going to be hilarious. The hell he beats up. It's going to be hilarious.
Really that's all I would say. As someone who is caught up in the manga, when they get to the boxing, it's real good.
Yeah, I believe in it. And even just this week's episode was really good as well. And once again, it ended with Pimp C activities. But once again, if I feel like what he's doing has anything to do with what they showed him doing at the end of that episode, I'm like, yo, he's gonna beat the hell out of people, G. Beat the hell out of people. I'm gonna laugh. It's gonna be hilarious as hell. But Windbreaker's definitely been good. Fire Force has been good as well. Just overall, hey, Captain Burns, salute. Salute. That's all I'm gonna say with that one. But other than that, like, I gotta catch up on Kowloon, but that's honestly the underrated one for me this season.
Cool.
Yes. Overall.
Cool.
And I gotta catch up with little homie with the sword, because
Yaiba. Okay.
Yeah. Once I catch up with that, because it threw me off once. I'm like, wait, I thought it was just about Kendo. Now we playing with real swords, and it threw me off.
It really feels like OG Dragon Ball, where
And that's
just
what
starts
it
off
threw
with
me off so bad, because I wasn't expecting to escalate so fast. Like I wasn't even ready for it. That just
I wasn't
threw me
either.
off.
Like, Buddy was like, "Yeah, I'm the Prime Minister of Japan now." I'm like, all this because you lost a scrap on the bus?
Like that's all it was. I'm like, gee, you do lost the fight, but
Man sold
overall,
his soul because he got whooped in a practice match.
like, gee, it's just kendo, G. It's all it is, bro. People lose all the time, bro. You should have ducked. But either way, that's good. But I just got to catch up. It's more for me just catching up on the weeklies. But yeah, you go ahead and talk about what you got.
Yes. So this anime, I don't know how. I don't know because I seen some clips. Shout out to Gigook. I saw a clip of him talking about this, how like he basically watched this show and then he introduced it to his wife, and then his wife like crashed out on the show. Made a bunch of like Twitter posts saying like how much she hates. So the thing is that people do not like the blue hair girl, the main girl, short hair girl, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
They don't like her because, I mean, all right. So okay, I need to break this down. So I watch a lot of rom-com, a lot. It's my favorite genre of anime. So whenever there's something in the pipelines from a seasonal anime perspective, I'm almost pretty much guaranteed to watch it. It's not every single rom-com in existence, but most of them I will watch. This show is about, I think it's almost 6. So I'll be, because I haven't watched any of the weeks of this week's of the anime rotations. I usually watch everything on Monday. So I haven't watched this week's episode, but I think we're like 6 episodes in. And so far, in my opinion, this show has not offended me like the previous season was the show. The Medica show. The Medica is impervious to my charms, and also the I'm married to a girl I hate in my classroom. Those 2 shows, especially now that I've been sitting on them, trash, absolute garbage. Like I don't think I've ever felt as mad about a show, about a rom-com, since season 2 of Science Fell in Love, and that was unmitigated dog poop. Like one of the worst, one of the monkey paw situation where it's be careful what you wish for. I wished for a season 2 of Science Fell in Love because I absolutely loved the first season,
and that was a mistake.
And I regret that. I regret that wish.
That was a huge mistake.
Was terrible. This show, Can a Boy Girl Friendship Survive, hasn't really a fit. Now I don't know if a girl or female or male wrote this show. Do you know, Chris? Because depending on the answer, it makes
Let's
sense.
look it up. Let's look it up.
Depending on who wrote this show or who's the mangaka of this show, it makes sense. Okay, it's both ways. Whoever wrote this show, I don't know if they're compensating for something or they've never really had like sociable interactions. I don't know, but you could just tell that like I don't know. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. Because I don't have many girls of the I don't have many females of the friend variety, but boy and girl friendships don't act like that, like ever. I don't think I've ever seen, unless they're down or unless they're DTF, because even in a male relationship where like overly touchy, her threatening to go to Tokyo because because he chose another girl as his main model when she encouraged it in the first place. So like a lot of the situations, and I can understand why people are mad. Again, I'm not, because I've seen so much trash when it comes to this genre. I can understand where it's coming from, because a lot of the things that she does is very frustrating, right? It could be seen as very frustrating. And then you have the male character who is an idiot. I don't know, something wrong with him. But you have a male character who really does not love himself and treats himself with respect to kind of go like, can you stop acting like that, please? And thank you. And then you have a pygmy girl, which I think honestly this is the most saddest character in the show. The black hair chick, I think her name is Rion or something like that. I think she's honestly is a case of like, I want to pray for you, because in real, and I don't know, I'm not the biggest guy. Listen, I'm not a relationship guru, but I do have some advice on peace, because everybody in this world wants peace of mind.
That's the goal.
Don't be pygmy
At all.
ever in your life, male, female, or whatever you identify as, whatever your sexual orientation is, what you're attracted to. Never be a pygmy, because that is the most saddest existence you can ever be in your entire life.
Yeah.
So I feel sorry for her. It was the same thing with old girl, the blonde hair chick from the girl I fell in love. I hate the girl I fell in love.
One of the stupidest character of this anime year.
I hated her. I hated her.
She was a goofy.
Straight idiot activities. But it's like,
she's kind of why I ain't watching no rom-coms this season. That's why I'm like, oh, this
she was like really, and
it's
it's one of these shows. This is a show because, like, I say this, it's a show where you're rooting for the meteor. To be honest, I'm not really rooting for anybody in that show. They're all bad people that don't know how to communicate their feelings. It just creates toxic environments and toxic situations where they just need to talk about it. So I understand the crash out. I understand why a lot of people don't like that show. I'm not that offended yet, because I did consider dropping it when she threatened to leave Tokyo, because I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. But aside from that, I'm going to continue watching it. I want to see where this train wreck leads, and I'm very curious to see a lot of people who hate this show continue to hate watch it, because I love seeing y'all reactions. That was a lot, but I just wanted to go into that because, again, I think like what Chris said, I think that this season of anime is chill, and I'm fine with that.
Chill. I'm
fine with that. To be honest, I'm in a position where I need more chill seasons, because my relationship with anime has not been the best as of late. So I need that season where I can just really have, because all of these shows that are on the list right now are shows that I look forward to watching weekly. It's not like last season or even like season before then when I was like, man, I'm in too deep. I got to watch this. I'm trying not to swear. Shout out to Daytrail. But, so it's not a lot of offensive stuff. So moving on to that.
I do have one more anime. I forgot. I have one more anime that it's one of those things where it's just, you just search through and you like, how did I miss this in the previews for the season? Okay. But it's on High Dive. It's once again, just like how Cam has a thing for for rom-coms. If I could find a good music anime, I'm watching it.
Oh, I thought there's another show on High Dive.
Oh, look, I think I know what you're talking about. No, I'm not touching that. I can't touch that. You don't need some type of spirits in my household right now. Okay? But it's this anime called Rock is a Lady's Modesty. So
I've heard about that. I have heard about that show.
This is actually really entertaining. So it's just quick summary of what the show is about. It's about a young lady who is in a pretty much like an all girls fancy school, pretty much, mainly because her mother married some high class nigga in China, Japan, and she has to go to this school pretty much. What this leads, so pretty much she was forced to give up the guitar that her father, who was heavy into rock, played or whatever. So I'm waiting for the backstory for that. But so she has to pretend until she met this other girl who plays the drums, and then they now making a band and all of that. This is really freaking good, by the way. Really good. She has a little sister who she thought hates her, but till she learned, oh, wait a second, you play rock music, you're kind of actually real, because now she's seeing her true self instead of the fake stuff her mom makes her present. But anyway, if you want to see if you want to hate somebody, the mother is probably the most evil character of this anime season, by the way. Yes, I know we have Fire Force and DI character on Windbreaker, but the mom is the true villain here. The mother is the true villain here, G. And there's certain scenes you got to see and be like, oh, this mom is really an evil person. But check that out as well, man. Check it out, though. That's really good. Decent little anime content right there for you guys. But let's go.
And honestly, let us know what shows that you guys have been watching that you think we should tune into. Because again, we're not I'm only watching like 7, 8 shows. I know there's people who watch
5, 6.
so many more shows, like all the shows.
Yeah,
so if there's anything that you guys think
I'm not that guy no more.
I'm trying. Trust me, my patience is wearing thin, but I am willing to indulge if there are some good recommendations. But moving on to movies. So this past week, shout out to Mother's Day, went to the movies, and while my grandma went to go see Sinners for the first time, my mom went to rewatch Sinners, and I was like, I like the movie, but I don't need to see it again.
He said, "Look, I understood the movie in the first go round. I'm good."
I chose to see another movie, Fight or Flight. This is, if I can let me get the name correct. This is Josh, I think Hartnett, I believe. So the last movie I saw from him, where he was like the lead dude, was, I believe, Trap, which was that Shyamalan movie that he made. He definitely made that movie. He produced it and he put it on the screen, and I went to go see that movie. So shout out to Shyamalan, because you did that movie. It was definitely a movie that I went to go see. But in that, but he played the main character, and he was a good actor. Like he did a solid job. And so this movie is essentially, if anybody has seen Bullet Train, which was the Brad Pitt movie that came out a couple years back, solid movie, absolutely amazing movie. This is basically Bullet Train, but on a plane, and a lot more gory. So if you're somebody who is into that, I would highly recommend. There's a scene where Buddy gets a chainsaw, and yeah, they show a lot of stuff with that chainsaw. That's all I'm gonna say. But the basic premise of the plot of that movie is essentially there's this international hacker known as Ghost, who is basically they catch movement because they've been trying to get this person for years. They've been doing a bunch of what they deem terrorist acts and things of that nature. They find out that this person is going on a flight from, I believe it's Singapore to LA, I believe. And so they have this guy who's like a kind of like a begrudged agent who is on location. That's Josh Hartnett's character. And they say, hey, look, we don't have any available agents to track this person. We need you to get on that flight, capture this person alive, and bring them to us. So he gets on that flight. Unbeknownst to him, somebody has leaked the fact that Ghost is on the plane, and they put a bounty on their head. So now it turns out that he's on a plane full of killers. So he has to find Ghost while also trying to navigate all the killers who are also after Ghost. So that's the basis of the plot. There's a lot of twists and really cool action scenes. So I highly recommend you see it. Show it some, if you are, I'm a John Wick connoisseur. You see that poster in the back. John Wick is my absolute favorite movie franchise of all time. It is directed by people who made the movie, so you'll definitely get some John Wick scenes or some John Wick feels by watching this movie. So tune into that. Also, next week, or this week actually, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is dropping, and I'm gonna go see that. And the week after, Karate Kid Legends drops, so I'm gonna be seeing both of those movies. So definitely tune in to the next podcast where I will talk about how I feel about those movies. So that's it for me as far as my world. So Chris has something to tell us, y'all. That boy been playing games, man.
I've been playing games, G. I've really been playing games.
Go ahead, update us on the games.
What was it? Like probably a while ago, the last time, probably the last 4 episodes ago, whatever. I said, hey, look, my goal is to finish Cyberpunk, G. I'm pretty much at the last mission. I'm at the Embers. Hey, if you pick this, ain't no coming back thing. So finally got to that point. And all I'm gonna sit and say is this: even though this game probably killed my passion for gaming this generation, remember, it killed my PS5. It killed my PS5. It killed my passion for this generation.
Jeff Bezos killed your passion for gaming. I know damn PS5.
That too. It definitely did. But don't forget, it did kill my PS5. Either way though, but jokes aside, coming back to this was probably a really great decision, because it really has opened up that flame again of like, dang man, this is gaming at its peak, for me. Like I was gonna say this, even though I haven't finished the story yet, top 10, it's in my top 10. And for my top 10, I'm going back generations from goddamn Sega, nigga. But it has entered my top 10. Look, I'm aging myself, but
Damn, oh.
but it's definitely in there. The stories, like even though stories still a lot to absorb with the story and stuff, I enjoyed it. Pan Am is the best support character of all time. If you're not team make Pan Am happy, I don't know how you playing the game unless you on the other side of the fence, then yeah, I get it.
Judy Nation.
Like I said, Cam
Judy
plays as
Nation
women when he plays his RPGs. I can't be
Nation.
mad at it. So, but also Judy, cool. She's a day one as well. I made sure me and her cool despite everything as well. That underwater mission was actually pretty dope. Like I really enjoyed that. It was different you did. But just the world is really good. There's tons of things to do. But gameplay wise, I'm enjoying it, even though I'm pretty much going around cutting niggas or literally AKing niggas to death. But because once I actually found how I like to play, really fun, man. But overall, I'm really enjoying the game. My goal is to kind of do 3 other multiple endings you can do. I want to do this the Secret Johnny mission where it's just Johnny says, F it, we're going in here and just run a mess in Arasaka. I want to do it with Pan Am, and I just want to say F Johnny one time for the fun time and say, no, I'm gonna work with Arasaka on this mission, cause just so he can be mad, because he's.
Well, I mean, they true. He does work at Amazon, so it makes sense.
Exactly. See, I got but either way, I'm gonna do all those 3 endings and then do the Rogue One eventually, and then do the DLC as well. But now my next thing is to finish, what was that damn Astro World, finish that. And look, I was almost done with it. I was halfway done till I said, let me play Cyberpunk.
Hey, Trey, the best we could hope for is like an extra situation where he can lock into one game.
Bro, I sit here, I'm like, if Chris finished this, so a couple things went through my head. I'm like, if Chris finished this, I can put him on to so many other games. But then this nigga just said, I gotta finish Astro.
I have to finish.
That game
I was
is 10
halfway
minutes.
through the game, G, and it was like, no, let me take a turn here. But I do.
That game is 10 minutes, bro.
I know. And literally, let me finish the last 5. Let me finish the last 5, G. Damn. I was halfway there. Let me finish. But it is stuff like, I do want to finish Devil May Cry 5. What is that? Is it 5?
You ain't finishing it.
Yeah,
You still haven't finished Devil May Cry? Oh yeah.
Didn't that joint come out like in 2016, bro?
PS4 game, bro.
That was PS5.
No, Devil May Cry 5 was PS4, bro.
It just got a PS5
on PS4.
That's why I want to play it again, because of that. Because that's what I'm saying. I don't remember playing this. I started, but I didn't finish it. That's what
you ever played Last of Us 2?
Gee, I hate Last of Us.
Nigga, I remember going over your crib when we were shorties. I don't think you ever beat Last of Us 1. Hold on.
No, I played it with my little brother. He finished it. And then I was like, gee, I don't like this game. I was
gonna say play Last of Us 2. It's a banger to me. But I wanted to say, piggyback to something you said real quick, that you said this is in your top 10. I want to let you know that is not a bad take. A lot of niggas who finish Cyberpunk put that game in their top 10. Me personally, that's one of my top 5.
I'm like, look, yes, it did evil things to my original PS5.
That game is the perfect example of getting away with murder,
bro.
I will never forgive CD Projekt Red for the sorry state that game released in.
That game came it killed my PS5.
It was a crust covered pearl. That's the perfect example of how
they did so much cleaning.
Look, all I gotta say is, for niggas who don't know, I don't even know if them old episodes are still around. When we was doing this, if you ever see a big girl but she got a good face, you're like, I don't date big girls. Be like, you got potential. My nigga, I knew Cyberpunk had potential, bro. throughout the whole thing, I'm like, I know what this game can be. I know what it can be.
Daytro did trudge
Me and
through
Cam.
hella force Cam too, but trudged through multiple
I think me and
Force
Cam.
Coast eras.
I think me and Cam, we what 80 combined. We had like 80.
I literally said for every 10 crashes I get in that game, I'm taking a point off.
Yeah, we had like 80. We had like 80 combined for the crashes. It was crazy.
Bad.
Fire game though. DLC probably look. This one thing CD Projekt Red can do. They can make a heck of an expansion pack, bro. Probably one of the greatest DLCs ever, bro.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Except that freaking portion if you choose to side with Idris Elba, because that was trash. But other than that,
Also,
great.
that nigga did it. That nigga Idris Elba. I'm gonna try to spoil on you. That nigga Idris Elba did a fantastic job with that guy.
Really
like he went crazy. He like went crazy. But yeah, like I said, it's not. Don't think this is like a situation when you fresh off of a high. A lot of niggas after they played Cyberpunk, they were like, "Yeah, this is one of the best games I ever played." It's one of them, bro. It's one of them. So
Definitely is, but so we'll see what's next for me in terms of play games. But let's move on.
Yeah. Okay, Unc. So we are finally on to our news section. So we got a lot of stuff that has been going down these past 2 weeks to talk about. So we'll start off with some light stuff, and then we'll get into the stuff that makes me want to crash out. But we'll start with this. So now I know I am the resident. So there are types of fans when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. There's Kingdom Hearts fans. That's Chris. He's casual. Then we have Kingdom Hearts fans and Kingdom Hearts fans. I consider myself to be a Kingdom Hearts fan. So there's a lot of stuff that I keep up. So a lot of people are talking about the Kingdom Hearts 4 stuff that dropped, but honestly, it's a good cover up from Square Enix, because another big piece of news for Kingdom Hearts that dropped was there was a mobile gacha game that was in development for the past 5 years. So in case you didn't know, this game was called Kingdom Hearts.
Development for 5 years. It's crazy.
Yes. It has multiple closed beta, so the game was supposed to be called Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. I mean, it's missing forever now because it got canceled. But Missing Link, and so it was basically supposed to be Kingdom Hearts Go. Basically Pokemon Go. It's supposed to be like one of those games you walk around, you battle Heartless or whatever they call the enemies in that game. Yeah, they're what 7 years too late for this for this trend.
More than that.
Yeah, like basically
we was at Adidas when
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of like you know the extreme fans that like anything bad that happens to their precious franchise, they treat it like their house has been burned down and their family has been killed. I just want to let you guys know this. That game was going to be dead on arrival. What? I'm not walking out playing no Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, some people are gonna go like, oh, but you could play. I'm not doing that, bro. One thing that
when they find out there's more Heartless in the hood, it's gonna be crazy, G.
Hey, that's racist.
It is. Hey, look, it was like when people.
Racist.
Hey, look, it is. But hey, G, people would say, hey, why is a bunch of Ratatas on Inglewood more than this? Yeah. Downtown, you can see legendaries potentially, G.
They do that demographic, but no. One thing that Square did in the past when it came to, because they made another, if you didn't know, it was called Union Cross. There was another gacha game that they made that was live for a couple of years, I want to say. And the thing that I hated about those games is that they dropped very important like plot stuff. Now, if you talk to any Kingdom Hearts, you know the big thing is that freaking story is a mess. It is a mess. So add on to the fact that there's
going to have story to it too.
Yes, important story. Tetsuya Nomura confirmed that there was going to be stuff that dropped in Kingdom Hearts Missing Link that was going to be important for Kingdom Hearts 4.
That's crazy.
No. So I'm glad that the game got canceled. I feel sorry for some of the, I know y'all developers, but it's a mobile gacha game. I know, well, Cameron, you cover gacha games on the channel. If there could be a world where gacha games didn't exist, I would take that in a heartbeat.
I don't know if you agree with me, but I think we good. Like, I don't think there should be no more gacha games coming out, especially for established IPs. I think we straight. I think we Gucci, bro. I don't think
On to that sentiment. We'll get back to that later. But on to, so basically in the wake of this news, they then dropped, like 2 days later, they dropped the Twitter X post. Basically, it was some screenshots of that. Hey, we're working on Kingdom Hearts 4. We're gonna come out with some more stuff. And now you're probably asking me, Cam, what do you think of these screenshots? I don't give up. I don't care.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. What's the over under that highway is actually gonna be in that game that they fighting in, bro?
What's
the chance?
My thing is okay. So we've been starving, right? It's been like 3 years since we've gotten anything Kingdom Hearts 4 related. So obviously, I'm so like, I don't need no screenshots, dog. I need a trailer.
Yeah,
I need something.
It's like if Rockstar gave us.
It's been 3 years. Like the most hype thing is that Mickey is gonna be potentially a playable character in the game, which is cool. That's fine. That's awesome. But like, screenshots ain't doing nothing for me, bro. The game looks like it's been improved. Obviously, there's been plenty of 30-minute, hour-long videos breaking down every single one of those screenshots and what it means for the future of the game. And yes, it looks better than what was presented when they showcased the initial trailer back in 2020. But whenever we got it, but I don't care, man. I wish I could. I wish I could get up here and be like a Kingdom Hearts fanatic, but I need to see a trailer. Screenshots ain't doing it, and the Twitter post telling me that you're working on the game ain't doing nothing for me, bruh. I need more. But that's just me. Chris, you got anything to add since you play Kingdom Hearts?
Like, screenshots look pretty. That's all I can say. But if it's 2025, why do I need screenshots for like it's 1995?
All right.
But I got another question.
What's up?
Which one will you get first? Another Nier game or Kingdom Hearts 4?
I don't want to talk about Nier, bro. They piss me off with that stuff. That dude. We'll get 50 more Gacha game collabs before we even get another a Nier freaking game. They finna milk 2B for all that Android booty is worth, bro. They ain't gonna do nothing else with that series. But on to, so speaking of Gacha games and speaking of Daytrail mentioning this, I don't know what y'all niggas was thinking. Again, there are Persona fans. Those are real casual people. Then there's Persona fans, and then there's Persona fans. I'm one of them Persona fans. I know a lot of stuff about Persona. Like, listen, y'all. I am so deep in Persona that when it comes to, so Persona 5 dropped, right? And then Persona 5 Royale got announced. I bought the Japanese version of that game. Then I bought the global version of that game. Persona 5 Strikers got announced. I bought the Japanese version of that game. And then I bought the global version of that game when it came out. For the 3 people that still own a 3DS, I bought the collector's edition of Persona Q2. A lot of y'all don't even know what that game is. Great soundtrack, by the way. Look it up. So I know a lot of stuff when it comes to Persona 5, when it comes to Persona stuff within the community, because I'm into it. I'm deep in that bit. So I don't know what y'all was thinking when they had dropped that little teaser, bruh. We've been knowing about this game, Persona 5: The Phantom X, which is going to be a gacha game for Persona, is going to be dropping June 26th. And so a lot of people were like, "Oh, what does this mean?" You know, like when they dropped the teaser, people were like, "Oh, what does this mean? What are we getting now?" And I'm just sitting here like, it's the gacha game. like there was like people were talking about, "Oh, this could be is this Arc System works? Are we gonna get a Persona 5 arena?" Blah blah blah. No. So I hope you guys are ready. Now here, all right. Let me address the incoming cope. It's free to play friendly. You don't have to spend money on the game. I played the Chinese version and I'm still free to play. Let me ask you a question. seriously, I genuinely want to ask you a question. If you had the choice right now to choose between Persona 6, Persona 4 remake, or a gacha game, which would you choose? And what I mean by that is Persona 6 is going to come out. We're going to get a Persona 4 remake. Cool. What I'm saying is, why do we have to get a gacha game? And also, I want to raise this point too. It doesn't matter how much a game is free to play friendly. At its core, it is a gacha game. And the purpose of those games is to get you to recurrently spend money on the game, whether it's through enticing characters, difficult in-game content structures, whatever. The fact that they are making a gacha game off of a popular IP in the first place is telling, because you guys are Persona fans. Y'all gonna want to spend money. if I've been in the gacha game market for a long time. Trust me when I tell you, these corporations don't want free-to-play players. If they had a choice for every single person who played that game to be a spender, they would. Because the whole purpose of a gacha game is not to be free-to-play friendly. These companies aren't going like, yeah, I want everybody to experience this game truly for free. What sense does that make to them? So I know there's a lot of people who are excited about this news. I'm not, because again, I play gacha games, but it's like I just don't want this. You know, it's not something that even if it has. That opening is fire, by the way. That's one thing they not go sales. That soundtrack is absolutely fucking crazy. But I just don't like gacha games. I don't like the predatory nature of gacha games. I cover gacha games, yes, but that's a whole different story. There's we talked about this a while ago. Nuance. I'm gonna leave it at that. But Detroit, you got anything to add about this news?
Just real small, real minuscule stuff. Like Cam said, I don't think it's needed. One, why you just didn't, if this was the goal, this game been out for what, 2 years? If this is the goal, the global thing should have came out. Wait, did they say they was going to fast track it? So are people going to be potentially on the same level as the regular players?
Probably not.
Don't waste y'all time, niggas. If you played Dokkan and you know Global versus JP, you know how bad that was, nigga. Imagine being 2 years behind.
It took 10 years. It took 10 years for them to get that stuff right situated.
Yeah, so have fun with that. Also, the names for the characters you get in that game absolutely suck. Absolutely suck. I forgot what name I saw.
Like Wander.
Yeah, bro. Like nigga name Wander, bro. It's not even like Phantom Thieves name. Like it's like ew. But Atlas, you could do. You have so many great things in the catalog. Y'all can put so much more out, and I wish that they do. At least say we working on Persona 6, and all your sins will be forgiven. You could be like, we're working on Persona 6. Persona 6 is in development now, and all your sins will be forgiven. But no, for some apparent reason, we got that. No one cares. Like everybody who played that game, most likely, or anybody who was going to play that game, most likely already played that game. So
you're not gonna get like the real casuals are not gonna play, and if they do play the game, once they find out it's a mobile gacha game, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm good, bro, and move on with their lives.
If you wanna cash in on the mobile gacha market, just do collabs. Y'all got you can do Persona 3 collab, Persona 4 collab. My nigga, putting Joker or putting I hate calling them other niggas by their real names. and like Triple Z will be freaking fire. Like putting Ann and all them other people and Nikkei will be fire. Like you can do it. This all you gotta. I'm pretty sure Nikkei like, oh crap, we can sexualize your characters. thank you. Like,
Oh, God.
like,
They did it. They did it. They
That's
already did it with
crazy.
the Evangelion characters, bro.
yo, they
Sky's
like,
the limit.
like literally the sky is. I wouldn't even put it at the sky because them niggas going to hell. The ground is the limit, my nigga. The ground, the Hades is the limit, bro. You got it. So, no, I just wish that they just do collabs because I think like I was thinking the same thing about like when we was talking about like the Kingdom Hearts, like my nigga, you know how much money you will make if you just start putting Sora in other stuff, like just like put Sora in Fortnite. That will pay for the whole development of Kingdom Hearts 4. Putting that nigga and making the Keyblade a pickaxe will pay for the whole development. You niggas wouldn't have to spend a thing. But y'all be stingy over there and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure Disney will have everybody tied up in a hog tie or something like that if that was the case. But that's it for me. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Speaking of Disney, Chris, tell us what's been going on in Fortnite.
All right, so on the Disney, I thought we was about to talk about Ironheart, but anyway, so we did talk about Fortnite. That's a perfect transition. So once again, right now in Fortnite, there's a Star Wars season right now, very active. For some odd reason, they added a Darth Vader AI buddy pal who will just magically join your party and just be an AI. So this AI Darth Vader, you can talk to him and all of that, and he'll respond back to you. People started cussing at Darth Vader, and he's responding by cussing back at you. And of course,
even though Epic Games confirmed that they removed that from his,
they did,
allegedly,
but once
apparently
again,
they removed it.
But once again, it don't take much for people, and of course, people screaming it. So, people started cussing at Darth Vader. Darth Vader's cussing. They started having deep conversations with Darth Vader, trying to teach him things, and then this Darth Vader started using slurs and other things that
he called somebody the reincarnated King Von, bro. That killed me, bro.
So many things. I was like, what's going on? So literally in no time at all, they had to remove him, and then they claimed they fixed it. Keyword
boy, the boy gonna get broken again.
I mean, yo, my question is, I wouldn't even remove it. I would have kept it there, nigga. All you have to do, blame AI. Like, we can't control an AI that does this and again. Even I know AI is controllable. You can just blame that. I wouldn't even took that nigga out. I'm like,
what about the ethics of that stuff though? Like, I understand that like Disney.
That's the thing. Now we'll sit there and say his family, James Earl Jones' family did say they approved of the AI voice of James Earl Jones. So the family's fine with it because they know the voice is iconic. And
got it.
I ain't thinking about that.
Because at first I was like, did they get the proper permissions to do this? Because
like the family had signed off on this like a while ago after he passed, where they said Darth Vader, he can remain Darth Vader's voice. Just throw us the money. That's all that matters. Throw us the money.
All right, that's cool because James Earl Jones is a Black history icon. No disrespect on Mufasa, bro. I almost had to bug up on him.
They do the same for Mufasa though. That'd be hilarious.
Nah, it was funny though, but I I would never get mad at Fortnite for their players being racist. Like I can't see myself.
It's nothing that they can control because it's like can I get Darth Vader to say the N-word? Like that's the line of thinking that these.
I'm about to say if that's the first thing that a nigga think of.
That's good. It's be like, let's get Darth Vader to say the N-word. Like, let's get
I won't get mad at him for that.
But yeah. So yeah, it's a funny situation. You can look up. There's lots of articles out there where you can see some funny clips of Darth Vader just saying some crazy things.
Wow.
So viewer discretion is advised, but it is a funny thing. Speaking of AI, again, is another good transition. Chris, why don't you tell us about what Toei is planning on doing in the future for anime?
All right, so Toei in a stockholders meeting that pretty much went public said, hey, look, we're going to be using AI to kind of fast track a few things. One of the things being that was really significant was storyboard usage, which people was like, wait a second, storyboards? So that triggered people. On top of it, they say it was going to be used like for color correction, stuff like that, which, and that's minor, but still, it's like, why? Now, this one makes it even funnier. They haven't even told the any of their like animators, senior animators, nobody anything. Like there was one dude, he tweeted, I wasn't aware that they were doing this by no means until he saw the news on Twitter and read the article. Was like, oh, I didn't know this was going on. So with that said, this is kind of serious because Toei has Dragon Ball license and One Piece among like as they major franchises. So it's making people wonder like, yo, like what's about to happen next in terms of the quality and things of that sort too.
The president came out and said One Piece will not be touched. He
Lies.
said, I look, that's I might be capped, but he literally One Piece won't be touched.
Say that now too.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure he don't want to die, so I think
Yeah.
he just might. One Piece don't want to.
AKA, we don't want to pay these animators. We don't want to pay nobody. We don't want to pay these storyboard.
We're trying to shortcut wherever we can.
We want to make sure that we can pay as little as possible to produce these shows for you to continue giving us as much money as possible.
Yep. We're trying to expedite every process. That's pretty much what it is. So people are a little upset. Once again, in this current world that we're running into, I'm not shocked. It sucks, but I'm not shocked at all.
Yeah, like real quick, I can understand AI being a tool to help.
Yes.
Like being a tool to help, which it should be for. It should be a tool to assist you with things. But trying to replace the work of somebody else, no. Like that makes no sense. Like if you say I used AI for like the CGI background building or something like that, I wouldn't care. But a whole storyboard in which there's people who went to school just to know how to create a storyboard, that's stupid. That's like there's no excuse for it. Like AI should be used to assist people in things and used to help. It should be an assistant, like an assistant. It shouldn't replace anybody whatsoever. It reminds me of this white lady. I went to McDonald's on. The story not going to be that bad. I went to McDonald's on Chicago right off the red line, and this white lady came up to me. Don't eat out of that McDonald's no more. I'm like, why? It's only Mickey D's. She's like, AI is going to take over everything. Don't eat off that McDonald's. And I'm like, this lady tweaking. Hey, I don't even think that McDonald's got people working in there no more, bro. She was on to something, bro. Dude. She was on to something. This AI stuff about to take over stuff. So, hey,
it's getting out of pocket. It's getting out of hand, and the best way you can do it is just continue to let your displeasure known respectfully, of course. Let your displeasure be known respectfully and within the right bounds. Because AI it's up to the humans. It's human error whether or not we can use it for good or we want to use it to be lazy pieces of crap. Trying not to
or teach Darth Vader how to say damn words.
Yeah, or teach Darth Vader how to say it and call you the reincarnated King Von.
I haven't seen that one. I gotta find
that one. It's in the. If you look at our notes, it's in the website that I. But moving on to another company that is trying to get away with some stuff. So Bungie recently, so the new marathon game that is coming out. I don't know if it's. I know the beta is currently out right now, or the closed beta, if it's still done or not. But basically, it came out that in that beta there is artwork that is found throughout the game's environment that Bungie. At first, it was alleged. You know, if they stole this from this artist, I don't know if I'm pronouncing their name right. Let me see if I can get it right. If they have it, Anti-Real. So Anti-Real, a female artist, designed some posters back in 2017 that she found out that Bungie was using in their game. They did not credit her. They did not give her proper compensation. So put them on blast, put them on Twitter. Then it came out Bungie then released a statement saying that essentially this was done by like a former employee, and that they didn't know about any of this. And I will say, I can give them some benefit of doubt because it is a large company. However, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. That stuff. Bungie, if you look this up, there's plenty of videos and there's plenty of news articles that go into detail about this. Bungie has a long past of taking people's artworks without their credit or without giving proper compensation. A long history of it. So this isn't just a one-off instance. So I'm kind of like, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, I'm gonna call BS on that because it's very blatant. So people, like, if you look at the original post that Anti-Real made, it's like literally there's a poster that she designed that literally has her name credited on there, and what they did is they just pasted that, put it into their game, and then like try to like filter, like try to color it out, like, and darken it. But if you look real closely, you can actually still see her name on there. So like it's crazy. The positive piece of news is that since this has come out, there's been a lot of people that have supported her by like donating money to her, getting commissions for her. So big ups to that. This has put her on the map as far as people recognizing her artwork and wanting to, get commission pieces from her as well. So that's the real positive on that. But shame on you, Bungie. Y'all need to do better background checks, because the fact that this keeps happening over and over and over again when it comes to your games, and this is again bad press. It's bad press after bad press when it comes to this marathon game. So get your stuff together and don't let this happen again. But you guys anything to add about this?
No, they wrong.
Yep.
Simple as that.
All right, so on to Marvel Rivals. I'll get this out the way. So for the anniversary of their closed beta, Marvel Rivals decided to release a Galactica pass. Basically, the real crux of it is basically you fill this out, you get access to a costume coin, and you can use it to claim a free costume from the store. However, sprinkled in there, they added this new currency called Chrono Shield cards. And essentially, what those are is that you can use those cards to basically avoid losing points if you lose your competitive match. Now, when this first dropped, people were like, holy crap, this is crazy. Saying there's a lot of concerns about it being paid. If it's across the board. Then NetEase came out and said that this is only going to be for gold. There's going to be for bronze to gold, and for now, and that is going to be completely free to play. And so a lot of people were like, "Oh, okay. In that case, it's fine." I don't think it's fine. This is, I don't want to be like that. Like what I'm saying, Mickey or whatever, but like. It's a competitive game. You're gonna lose, and like there's a lot of moving parts to this, right? One, it being free. It doesn't matter if it's free or not. The fact that it's there, the fact that you can have a limit of 20 per season.
Damn.
And knowing, and if you know NetEase as a company, like it's free now, yes, but who knows what the future will hold as far as how they can monetize that currency. Two, it only affecting bronze to gold.
That's a huge gap.
Need I remind y'all that at the end of each season, there's a rank reset in which basically if you're a grandmaster, you go back to gold. If you're plat, you go back down to silver, and anything below, you're going back to bronze. So it is going to be nasty for rank reset climbs. Let's just say the least, because you basically have 20 free L's. This is a topic for another day, but just to bridge this in, the current climate, the current outline of the Marvel Rivals community is terrible. absolutely terrible. Like, if you think Overwatch, like, picture Overwatch at its worst and like multiply it by Marvel fans, because
I'm not shocked.
it is. And again, yeah, it's not shot. Like, we know if something is popular, is going to attract a wide audience, and having a wider audience means more toxicity. So, aside from that, you're gonna have matches. Like, I'm just a picture scenario where you're climbing back up. Like, maybe you start off from silver, you're climbing back up. You get this really bad teammate who is doing terrible, and they just type in chat, I use the Chrono Shield card. I don't give a you know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to be throwing games without a care in the world. Not to mention just how gross that gold 3 to plat run is going to be, since knowing the fact that you can only use it in gold, bronze to gold. I feel so sorry for people who are going to be going to gold 3, doing a gold 3 to plat 1 climb. It's going to be gross. And I don't think people realize that, yeah, it's not affecting all ranks, but the fact that we still have the mechanic in the game right now where if you lose 3 games, you get a Chrono Shield. So already you have a mechanic in the game from bronze to gold that gives you that. Add to that on top of the cart. Imagine you lose 3 games in a row, you Chrono Shield, and then you lose, and then you just go like, I'm just gonna keep Chrono Shielding. Or let's say, for instance, you're 1 game off from de-ranking, or going up from 1 rank to another. Like, the amount of people who are going to be throwing, who are going to be toxic in those game chats because they won't care, because it doesn't matter, they're not going to be losing points, is going to be insane. And it doesn't matter if the currency right now is free to play or if it's only affecting bronze to gold. This is a competitive game. You're going to lose. You're going to lose points. Oh, well. It is what it is, bro. We do not need something like this in the game at all, because it's just going to fluff up what already is a terrible rank. Because I haven't even said, but season 2 has been like one of the worst experiences I've had playing Marvel Rivals to date, to the point where currently right now I have no desire to touch that game. It's just that bad. So it's just a really bad situation. I understand that there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, but I get it, but like, I just don't think that this system should exist in the first place. That's just me. You guys have anything else to add?
I agree with you. That's lame.
Yeah, that is corny, but I wish this is kind of what made me quit Overwatch. If they had a system like this, I would have been happy. But no, this is some bullshit though.
I think you have to lose in games.
You have to lose.
You
But
have to.
I was a
lose.
stern believer as a support main. That was me on Overwatch. If I did my job, why am I getting penalized? But that was just my mindset thing.
It's
But
just the nature of team-based games, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I get it either way, but but 20 is a lot. Like, you have 20 L's and you could protect yourself from 20 L's is like insane.
Yeah.
Especially putting it, like, I'm assuming if you bronze, you just cheats.
Yes.
Or you just toxic. Silver is a mix of whatever. Gold is like,
it's gonna inflate the hell out of the gold rank.
yeah, it's
Like,
going
it's
to
gonna be
it's
bad.
going to pretty
gonna
much
be
be a
bad.
mix of people who's benefiting from, oh, I just play with my friends who are really good and I'm here because of them.
You gonna have
And
that
then
two. You got that 2 and 15 Spider-Man who don't care because he used the Chrono Shield, and so he's gonna sell your game. And guess what? You didn't use your Chrono Shield, so now you're gonna be losing 25 points, but that Spider-Man loses 0. So I just think it's a bad. I just need to get rid of it. I already think the 3 losses thing is pushing it, but at least it's like 3 losses. You're still taking 3 L's, and then you get that 1 match, and that's it, right? Cool. But having 20 free L's that you can just throw
L's
matches
is
or whatever.
They said, all right, bro, you know you that mid, but here's 20 free L's, G, protect yourself.
Yeah,
Hopefully you get some W's in you. It's crazy.
It's too much, man. That's all I gotta say. So we'll see what happens in the future. So, but moving on, let's talk about, before we get into like the gaming stuff, because I think that's the big stuff. Let's finish this off with Ironheart.
Y'all got y'all trailer.
Yeah.
Y'all got y'all trailer.
Nah, I know the grifters are coming out in full force.
They had to
Y'all
they
got
had
it.
to put the Twitter video on
They had
like no
all.
replies.
I
No
think
replies.
YouTube was the same too.
Yeah,
We're not. Listen, I talked about this before. We're not shocked over here. I knew this from as soon as they announced that she was getting because I think originally she was supposed to be getting a movie, but then they changed it to a Disney.
Yeah,
Plus
they changed
TV show.
to a series. Yeah.
As soon as they announced that, oh yeah, come on now. I'm saying I say this wholeheartedly. I am praying for that actress because she's going to be going through a lot, and it's not her fault. She's just doing her job as an actress. But again, you have a female, a black female on top of that, who is essentially supposed to be replacing the role of Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. It was not gonna go well. Like it was just a bad position to begin with. Now I saw the trailer. It looks like for me, I'm burnt out when it comes to Disney Plus TV shows. So I'm not coming from this from a position of like woke. I'm coming from this from a point of view of I've seen so much mid and trash in that catalog that it has completely turned me off from anything. Like I've heard really good things about Andor. I've heard good things about the Daredevil show. Like I've heard good things. I have no desire to watch it. I am just completely just shut off from Disney Plus TV shows. I just seen too much in that. The year in which, what was it? It was Obi-Wan Kenobi, Boba Fett, Miss Marvel, and She-Hulk damn near back to back to back. Oh my God, that broke me. I couldn't do it anymore. It was bad. It was bad. It has nothing to do with She-Hulk being a woman. It has nothing to do with Miss Marvel being a person of color. It's just the quality of those shows were just not good, in my opinion. And so, but because we here at Attack on Culture, we are anti-grifters. I'm gonna give the show a shot. I'm gonna give the show a shot. I'm gonna give it its fair shot. And I just want to say this first and foremost. If the show turns out to be really bad, it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that the main character is a black female.
Mm-hmm.
So before you go, because we've had plenty of shows that have come out like Hawkeye. That's white man. That show was trash.
That was mid.
That show was trash. So was it trash because Hawkeye's a white man?
Yes. I'm just gonna keep it real. Yes, because Hawkeye,
come on now.
It's a trash.
We always like to apply the DEI card when it comes to things that are bad. So when it comes to things that are just when it comes to like the main character being white and the show's bad, I'm just gonna start saying it's because it's a white man who's a main character. That's why it's bad. But if the show turns out to not be good, it has nothing to do with the fact that Riri Williams is a black female. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's showrunners, maybe it's Disney Plus when it comes to their release schedule. Who knows? There's going to be a myriad of nuanced reasons as to why that show's bad. But looking at the trailer, it looks to be a decent watch. I know absolutely nothing about the Ironheart comics, so I'm be going in there blind. But for people who have, maybe there's something for you to look forward to. But those are just my thoughts. You guys have anything else to add?
Not much. Just I'm supported because it's black when it comes to that. But y'all kind of forced Disney to pull this, and y'all see why. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all forced Disney. But let's move on.
Yep. So now we'll move on to gaming. We'll start with the thing that happened way back, and then we'll go to recent stuff. So 2 weeks ago, Microsoft.
These prices are nuts.
Microsoft said, "Hey, look, Nintendo, appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. Shout out Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Because Microsoft said we finna do the same thing, my boy." And it was like, "Yeah, guys, like, oh my God, these tariffs are crazy. Am I right?" So Microsoft came out and was like, "Listen, we're raising the prices of our Xbox consoles, Xbox accessories by a pretty decent margin." Now, I'm trying to see the 5D chess move that Microsoft is playing, because I'm a bit confused myself. Because your
Made no
system
sense.
already, in terms of hardware sales, is terrible. Nobody cares about buying an Xbox console. So I'm trying to see the 5D chess move. And here's my line of thinking. And Microsoft, let me know if I'm right. And if I am, hire me. You raise the prices up to get everybody mad and talking about Xbox consoles again. And then you come out and then you go like, guys, upon further review, upon doing the calculations from the tariffs, we can actually reduce the prices. And if you're doing that, that's clever, but I'm pretty sure you're not doing that because you're blaming it on the tariffs, and we know that's cap. So, yeah. So in case you're wondering,
name these price increases.
yes. So Chris, tell us somebody just do the consoles, because that's
I'm gonna
that's
do the consoles
thing.
and the
consoles.
controllers, and then allegedly what they plan on doing game prices. So Xbox Series S, the 512 gigabyte edition, originally was $300, is now $380.
Well, it was $299. It was $299. Now it's $380.
Yeah, that's why I said $300. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
But Xbox Series S, 1 terabyte, $350, is now going to be $430.
This is for people. This is for the Xbox Series S. So this is basically
Less than
Xbox's PS4 Pro, basically. Think of it like that.
Pretty
so,
much. Then you got the Xbox Series X digital.
So this is without a disc.
$450. $550 US.
Oh God.
Thank. Then we got the Xbox Series S with the disc drive. Originally $500, is now $600 US.
For an Xbox Series X, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, I ain't never getting that system, bro.
And then now the controllers. This is the controller. So the
wait. No, what's the other one too? The Galaxy Special. That's
I forgot. I'm sorry. Dang, I didn't even see. I thought this was something else. So the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special was originally $600. It's now $730 US.
Yeah, that they ain't buying that.
Dude,
bear in mind that
apartment in
that's
Inglewood.
pretty much I think that's more expensive, or like around the same price as a PS5 Pro.
I think so. I want to say it's around that ballpark, maybe even less.
So yeah, they're out of their minds. But go on to the controllers, Chris.
And then the controllers, the regular controller, just I think that what the core color controller, $65. If you want a color, $70. So that's already what the range of what the PS5 controllers is.
Yeah, and Switch too.
I ain't care about the headsets, but then allegedly Xbox games confirmed to hit $80 this holiday season. So
first party games, I think they
first
said.
party games specifically. So that's if they got first party games. I don't know what y'all playing over there, but
Call of Duty, man.
Some of the games that's around the corner. We gonna see it. Like
Fable, Gears
Blade?
of War, the Elder Scrolls 6. Those are all main. Supposedly
coming out this year.
No, but I'm saying these are future games. These are games that
these
are first party games that are coming out in the future. So we can, even if we don't know which ones are coming out, you can kind of speculate based off of what they have right now what those games will be.
I want to say one trail theory real quick. So the hardware price, blame it on terrorists, whatever. The gaming.
Yes.
That's, I'm gonna keep it a beat. They tell the niggas, you either buy this Game Pass or it's coming out of your pocket one way or another, bro.
Pretty much.
That's all they telling you.
Pretty much.
For Xbox to move their stuff to $80, that's another thing. I told niggas this when Game Pass was $9.99 when it first dropped. I'm gonna let you know. The more people who get that, the higher that price is gonna be. Netflix did it, HBO Max did it, Disney Plus do it.
Yep.
Every single time they will tell you they hit record numbers, we going up $7. It's the same thing with Game Pass. I know that's everybody's consumer-friendly option to buy a game, but the reason those $80 games for first-party games are a thing, because Nintendo don't have a subscription service. PlayStation think they have a subscription service. Xbox actually have a subscription service. So for them to say $80 on their first-party games, they're looking you dead in the face and saying, you either buy these games on you either buy these games on our Game Pass or pay $80. And
Rent.
if they more first-party games start coming to PlayStation, unfortunately, PlayStation will probably be like, you know what?
$80.
Yeah, you niggas pay $80 for an Xbox game? Huh? How much will you pay for our games that y'all like so much? And niggas thought Nintendo wasn't opening the floodgates.
Oh,
They
yeah.
opened the floodgates.
Yeah, what's the
Now, this won't happen. It's just a Cam utopian dream. This is a perfect opportunity for Sony to pull what they did with the PS4 and the Xbox One. Because Xbox had everybody with the Xbox 360. They sold themselves on the Xbox One, and Sony came in and was like, hey guys, come over here. Now, if Sony wants to cement, I know we think it's cringy, whatever, but when it comes to competitive marketing in terms of the gaming industry, if they want to win the next 3 generations, all they need to do is come out and say, hey guys, we're reducing prices over here.
Yeah.
All they got to do is say, yeah, our PS5 Pro, we're reducing the price to that by like $50, well, maybe $100 or whatever. If they come out and do that, they've cemented themselves for like the next 2-3 gaming generations off that.
Also, I think if they keep the prices the same until the next generation, like if they can do that, they better. They already in a better boat than
Microsoft
Nintendo and Microsoft.
They just got to drop a press release and say we're not even touching price.
Insiders been saying Sony literally doesn't know what they want to do, because I'm pretty sure niggas shareholders breathing down their neck and saying let's up these prices, and then they know that Sony don't get. Unfortunately, I don't think people know this on the Sony fanboy side. They don't have good like rapport right now. Like they don't have any games that have came out, and they're literally basing like every good like game that dropped that's a single player game, aside from Expedition 33, has been Xbox games on their systems. Oblivion sold crazy on PlayStation. Nigga, Forza, I don't know if Chris know that now. Forza is on PlayStation.
No, I know Forza's on there. Yeah.
So insane on PlayStation. One of their top downloaded games. They don't have like good like us at Sony, we making great money situation going on right now. They're making money from other people's stuff, but it's not their games. And if they want to keep
drop exclusive once a year.
They are. We already got our exclusive for this year. We got The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 on one disc.
The 50th remaster of The Last of Us Part 1 and 2.
It came out right around the time season 2. They know you ain't fooling the real.
But I pray that Sony just hold on to these prices until, because it's so easy to say gaming prices going up because the performance is better on new hardware.
Or
you can't say that on this hardware. Terrence is not a scapegoat either. Because unfortunately, the ding-dongs that voted for that nigga is going to say, well, you don't have to put it on us now, do you? Like, that's because that's what Walmart literally just said, hey, prices going up because of tariffs, and now niggas mad at Walmart, and Walmart like, nigga, we didn't do this. So, but I say all that to say is Sony, be smart, play it strategically. You don't have any big first-party games coming out till Ghost of Yotai, and that's later this summer.
And that game already under flat because it's a woke game, so
yeah, play smart. Keep the prices relatively the same. Ain't no games worth $80 on the market. I'll say that again. Not even GTA 6. There is no games worth $80 on the market right now. My nigga, these systems, because of that pandemic, didn't get 1% of the potential they could have got out of it.
Yep.
Until you drop a PS6 and an Xbox, who cares? Do not up that price to $80, yo. Because you just taking niggas from playing video games. Because again, Fortnite is free. Warzone is free. So them billions of niggas who play those games, who keep y'all lights on, them niggas just gonna keep playing that. For the niggas who actually play games, we're gonna be more strategic on the games we buy.
Yep.
Because they $80 and in Chicago $89.95 or something like that.
Basically $90. Basically $90.
So we're gonna be more strategic in what we buy. So PlayStation, just be smart. And if I clip this up and a nigga call me broke, I will do a money spread on a stitch to your TikTok. All right. A nigga called us broke on that Nintendo video, and I almost did a money spread stitch, nigga. And don't do it. Don't do it.
To that person who is pocket watching, which is crazy in 2025. I hope that you go outside. I hope that you meet somebody who can truly teach you how to talk and interact with people, not only in real life, but on a digital platform. Because we here at Attack on Coach, I don't believe in pocket checking unless you pocket check me first. Yeah. But I'm getting the Switch 2 launch date.
See,
launch
that's
date.
That's a flex right there. But all I'm gonna say
with the Mario edition.
Flexing even more. Can't flex, like flex. I'm even say this: you pocket watching. I hope you could take a shorty out on a $200 date and you won't even gotta check your bank account.
Oh God,
that's all I'm gonna say. Can you take your shorty out
not only that, Chris,
and not have to check your bank account when that receipt comes? Can you?
No, don't even look at the receipt. You just hand them the card.
See, even better. It's like flex like that, man.
So, listen, man. I know you are not going to be in the opening lines buying your Switch 2 Mario Kart Edition when it launches June 6th, but I will.
Look, man.
So shout out to you, my boy. Appreciate you for showing your love and support, man, and hope you keep engaged with our videos.
Hey, bro, if you gotta hold one more thing, you gotta hold the line up for 5 minutes because you gotta set up your Apple Pay for the quad pay. Don't talk. You holding up the line, bro.
Pocket watching on TikTok is crazy work, my boy. Gatekeeping video games is crazy work, my boy.
Let's go ahead and move on.
We're gonna move on. Speaking of, Daytrell mentioned GTA 6. So we got some GTA 6 tings that dropped. So I'm gonna let you take this one, Daytrail. Go ahead, let us know what's been going on.
Look, a lot of niggas. I was so happy seeing that trailer. I was wrong. I said that it was gonna come out this year. I was wrong. I was too much hopium. Too much. It comes out next year. I think it said May 26th or something like that.
Yeah, May 26th.
This is so good on so many levels, right? So good on so many levels. One, you dumb developers don't have to wait.
You don't gotta be scared no more.
And be scared about when that game come out. So at Summer's Game, this better be the best Summer's Game Fest that we have ever seen.
Cause y'all know.
Lock in, nigga. This better be the best Summer Games Fest ever, bro. That's great. So shout out to that. That trailer was so good. And somehow they made that game look better than the trailer we got 2 years ago, bro. I don't even know how that's possible. And to top it off, Rockstar came out and said that is in-game gameplay in them trailers, bro.
On a base PS5.
On a base PS5. Them niggas working with Satan himself inside that studio, bro. There is no way you don't have dark magic in them routers and servers.
You gonna have our PS5 sounding like PS4s.
Bro, I wish I could. I don't want to flip over to show how dirty my desk is, to show how my PS5 look after I had to, bring it back to life. There is no cases on that joint. GTA 6 might be the end of my PlayStation 5. Hold on. The thing I'm capping, here is one of my cases right here. It is under my desk. That joint is gone.
It's easy to put on.
Like, it can't go back on, brother. It's cooked. It's
gone,
cooked.
Man.
There's cords coming out this joint. I ain't even gonna hold you. The disk drive not connected to it. And I got the disk version. I had to surgically, man, look, bro. I had to do some stuff. But listen, so the game looks so good, bro. To be honest with you, Expedition 33 might have lost if that shit came out this year, bro. It might have lost, bro. It wins this year. There's no game coming out that's beat this game this year. Ghost of Yotai not gonna beat it. Goddamn Borderlands definitely not gonna beat it. Death Stranding might beat it in my heart, but it ain't gonna beat it on that stage. GTA 6 is looking like, Chris, if you don't take 2 months off of Amazon to play that game, we gonna have a conversation, bro.
PTO already in.
Like,
I'm definitely taking some time off. I told my manager this way before. I was like, yeah, we taking time off to play GTA 6.
PTO already in. I don't even know I'm gonna be in
I don't
that
care
place.
while working. If they say, "Oh, I know you're taking time off because GTA 6," we're not gonna allow that.
Damn right.
I quit. I let that nigga right. I quit. Like,
I'm like, dang, that's crazy, bro. But I see y'all in a couple days.
she's like, what? I'm calling in sick. Prove me wrong. But no, it looks so good. And you talk about the people who did the hour videos on the Kingdom Hearts 4 screenshots, nigga. The 3-hour videos of a GTA trailer,
Bro,
nothing comes close, bro.
People breaking down every little aspect. I'm like, gee, they said we're gonna be in a different state, man. I was like, oh, I didn't notice that.
Bro, let me tell you something, bro. Some niggas went so deep. We saw some of the levels of detail in that game. You can see the suds of a beer. The little bubbles pop up and touch the rim of the glass, bro. I was like, hey, again, dark magic.
Hey, whoever, hey. Cause look, we all looked at Emma Frost when Marvel Rivals when that came out. He was like, "Hey, what y'all doing, man? I want to shake the hands of whoever did the modeling for Lucille."
He's a real person.
Yes, hey, I know, but that model. Somebody, because they mocapped that, but somebody had to go in.
Oh yeah, and lock in
and tune in them details, bro. Somebody had to go in.
I'm pretty sure he cracked his knuckles. Oh no, cracked his knuckles. He saw that. You're like, yeah, I'm about to lock in.
That's all I'm gonna say, man. Cause that's crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, she is going to hit. She is going to be on the top of everybody's favorite protagonist list of GTA's. The first female protagonist in general is such a great feat. But she just, I can say, I usually don't try to talk.
Gonna be crazy too.
What'd you say?
I said that Rule 34 gonna be crazy too.
I try not to talk, about 2D or 3D models as if they're real. But since she's a real person, she's fine. All the way fine. Completely like, hey, fire. But it got so much culture in that game, especially our culture. In terms of black people, it's a lot of our culture is in that game.
In our games.
I want to see like the things. The only thing I'm really worried about is the main reason they probably delayed it is that their online situation is probably not ready. So hopefully that
game is ready online. Ready.
I don't think online is gonna.
I'll be shocked.
They are. I think this has been told by like Take Two is that on release. Online better be ready. So I don't know.
They told. Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Like this is, and the Rockstar also has come out and say they're gonna release the online the same day as that game. So I don't know if that's possible to tell you the truth.
We'll see.
But they know that 90% of their revenue is coming from that in general.
I get it.
The amount of PlayStation, somebody get the fan duel out. PlayStation Store will be shut down because the amount of shark cards getting bought. Amount of shark cards bought, bro.
Yeah.
Gee, I had a coworker the other day outright say, "Gee, I can't wait to buy the shark cards and stuff." I'm like, huh?
Bro, look, GTA gonna be $80 most likely. Mm-hmm. The gold edition with the shark card gonna be $120. You might as well add another $120 to make sure you stun no niggas. So go ahead and spend that $400.
It's gonna be called a baller edition. It's gonna be $200.
Minimum edition.
Baller.
Minimum would be dropping 200 on that game online.
I need them to do a Kodak Black edition, and it's just the game coming to perk 30.
Hey, I'll cop that.
It coming to perk 30. But shout to Yak. But yeah, no, like I can't. It's so. This the type of stuff in gaming that I love. It's the hype around a game that makes everybody happy. Of course, grifters will talk about if the sky was perfectly blue. That's too woke. Throw them out the equation. Right. When it just comes to talk about gaming in general, that trailer came out. There's nothing bad you can say. Like any other game, you could be like, oh, I don't like that. When niggas found out Expedition 33 was turn-based, turn-based games are not good. Yummy. This game looks so far it's looking good. Expectations, y'all know me. I'm Mr. Low Expectations, man.
Nah, after keep it that way. Bro, it's people that's in college right now that was when GE. Nah, expectations is high, bro. Y'all got
expectations is through the roof. Expectations is almost at the point they won't be met. So like, they better lock in. But so quick insider, since they did move the release date, there is talks that a GTA 4 remaster. We would get that. We get that as a holdover.
Cousin.
I was, bro.
Hey, look.
What to go bowling?
Nigga, PlayStation would snitch on me. You playing GTA 4? Where you at? That junk gonna say bowling, bro. I would be playing bowling. Me and Roman was locked in. Niggas hated Roman. I was locked in, bro. That was a day one.
As long as they got the DLC where I could play with Ballad of Gay Tony G, that's all I care about.
Nigga want to play with the best
guns. They had the best guns, G. They had the freaking drum shotgun on that motherfucker. It was fire.
Yeah, hopefully they do it. I think GTA 4 is damn near overrated now because how many people say it was underrated, but it is definitely it's
a tech demo for GTA 5.
Not just that. What's the not Dark Horse? What's the thing like? Everybody is part of a family, but that little nigga a little bit different. I don't know.
I think I'm a family member.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like that one nigga like, oh, y'all all family. And that nigga don't, he family too. He just don't like everybody.
He's kind of like the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, like the black sheep.
Yeah, with the black sheep. I was gonna say.
Yeah, so, but that's it. Niggas get hyped, bro. It's May 18th. We got a year and 10 days, niggas. So lock in.
All y'all gotta do is survive. That's the hardest thing.
All we gotta do is survive. All we gotta do. Now listen, I'm a saved man. Niggas know that. But God, can I see you after May 29th? If you decide to crack the heavens open, do it. I'm going for it. I can't wait to see my Lord. But can I play with Lucia first, bro? Please.
One last chance.
May 30th.
All right, let us lock in. It was a funny TikTok. It was like you put on GTA and a loaded screen and you hit the horns. Oh God! Oh no! No, it's gonna be like that for me. It's gonna be like that meme from Yakuza when Kiryu hit the desk and walk out the door. That's gonna be.
You gonna have to ask God, can I play it in heaven?
That's allowed, man. That's contraband up there, bro.
Can I play the save version of GTA 6?
Oh God! You have to remove some of it. But yeah, that's it, man. Everybody lock in, man.
Yep. I ain't got nothing to add. Chris, you got something to add?
No, look, I'm hyped. This is all I'm waiting on at this point. But yeah, I'll be back in full-time gaming at that point. Hopefully I ain't at that evil company no more either too. So that'd be beautiful.
I might get eviler by that time, bro. Okay. It might be more evil.
We gonna wait and see, Unc. But moving on to some of our last two topics having to deal with Nintendo. So the first piece of Nintendo news, I think this happened this past week.
This was
came out
2 weeks ago,
basically.
I think.
Yeah, I think when it came out, Nintendo basically was like, "Hey, if we catch you bypassing, modifying, decrypting, or tampering with any of their games and services, they will brick your system." So that came out, and a lot of people were rightfully upset. And this is in their Nintendo account user agreement and privacy policy. Obviously, no stuff. It makes sense. Like, here's my problem with this is that Nintendo is creating a punishment for something that is only going to be 1% of the fan base of people who buy a Switch 2. Most people who are going to be buying a Switch 2 are either going to be like me, you'll play the games or whatever, or they'll be like people who used to own a Wii, where you got a Wii, you probably played it with your family, and that stuff was sitting collecting dust in your living room. And the 1% of people that will want to break your system, jailbreak it, hack it, whatever, obviously to have something to counter that makes sense, but to have it where, because you have the potential to do that to any system, which is a scary thing, because I'm buying this system for $500. And so now you're telling me that basically you have the power at any time to just say, "Hey, thanks for renting this system for $500, but we saw you do something that we didn't like, can't do it anymore." And so my whole thing is like, they're telling you what they're gonna do. They're telling you what they're gonna do to brick to have this where they brick your system. But what's stopping them from adding more things into it in the future? What's stopping them from doing that? Also, Nintendo, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You are not going to stop piracy. In fact, you are only going to encourage and increase it, because I can tell you day one, week one, your system will be broken. Do you understand that what you just did is you just basically told a lot of these hackers, lock in? Because unless you do something where maybe you're banning them through like MAC addresses, maybe, but even still, that's not gonna discourage anybody who is going to want to jailbreak your system, get it to emulate on PCs or whatever. You are only encouraging these people to continue to do the stuff that led to your Switch getting emulated. So this isn't really you're not solving anything. You're not creating it. All you're doing is just continuing to put up bad faith when it comes to the Switch 2, because you are not doing this system any favors, even though they broke records when it comes to pre-orders. But at the same time, the reputation of the Switch 2, you have not been doing a good job with continuing to promote or get people excited for this system that's dropping next month. But that's all I gotta say. Y'all got anything to add on to this?
You muted, Chris.
My fault. But no, nothing else besides they wilding. And even what's next, they definitely wilding.
For sure. And then the last thing is that Nintendo, we ain't gotta go too much. This is kind of stuff that's to be expected. Nintendo said that they are going to which probably means will, increase prices post Switch 2 launch. So be on the lookout for that if you are someone who is considering buying a Switch 2 post launch. It's the name of the game, man.
Imagine how much of a thug you gotta be to tell the niggas you selling drugs to before they get the drugs, telling them, "I'm gonna be raising prices next time."
Right.
Oh yeah, it's because you ain't buying in launch. Price of the brick going up, man.
Price of the brick is going up. So that's that. So that is all the news. Again, a lot of stuff that happened. If there's anything that we missed out that you wanted us to cover, maybe for next time, or like maybe a little mini short or whatever we can put out, let us know in the comment section below. Let us know what your thoughts are on any of the topics that we discussed. We want to interact and engage with you all. Moving on, I know we want to wrap things up. Y'all got real quick clowns that we can cover, or do y'all want to What we want
Nah,
to
can
do.
fill out.
Ain't worth it. No.
All right. So with all that being said, y'all, thanks so much once again for tuning in to this week's episode of Attack on Culture. We really appreciate y'all. If y'all stuck around for the whole thing, if you watch certain segments, again, appreciate it. And with all that being said, if you guys, once again, if you're on the YouTube side, drop a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and share this video. Help us get to 1K subs. If you're on any of our audio streaming platforms, be sure to like and follow or whatever you do on those platforms. And on the TikTok side, if you come here for one of our clips, be sure to like and follow us on the TikTok page and subscribe to this channel while you're out here too, before you go back to your 6-second brain rots. We highly appreciate it. And with all that being said, y'all, thank you so much. God bless, and see y'all next time.
Salute.
Peace out.